So I just worked on this one a bit. I just started to add a drawing element into it. I sort of like the triangular shape of the head, so I've sort of repeated it a bit. And I was thinking of coming across with some words in this shape, something about, I don't know, jaws and what the feeling that you get and stuff, I don't know, whatever. With this work I've started to strengthen up certain fish. Like this fish before was behind this one, so I've just toned it down and then spray painted the face in so it comes over again, and it's slightly stronger in colour just here, which emphasises the head. And then I'm just going to fix up the beams on it as well. This one was the one I did, I don't know, a year or so, 2 years ago actually, and I've just painted over this side in green because this is the side that I didn't like, so I'm going to to finish that work. Today's the day I feel like actually finishing works, resolving stuff. This one was another one that's I liked but needs something else to it. It just doesn't quite have enough. It needs to have an image in there, and I know the perfect image that I'm going to put in there, but that's a new stencil, and I'm going to share that with you a little bit later. This is the disasters here. The plexiglass is not sitting right. It's actually on a bow, as you can see. So I have to take it off and fix it up. I don't like that anyway. Actually, I don't like the whole panel, so I might replace the whole thing. And the same with this one as well. It's only got one piece and it needs to be fixed up. What else did I do? I spray painted around that one. And these are other ones that I have to fix up before the exhibition. That's almost there. It just needs something to make it just pop a little bit more. This was one I did a couple of years ago that I'm quite happy with. Some of these really nice textures, which are great, but once again it just needs something. That one I'm pretty much going to paint over. I like the cat on the corner, but that's about it. So that's probably going to get painted over, and that one, I don't mind that one, but yeah, probably get painted over a little bit at least. And I guess I'm going to resolve some of these big works as well, because like I said, I need quite a few works for all of these, for this cafe and the art fair. And this one's another disaster that needs to be fixed up. I think I'm just going to replace the whole thing. I had this idea of having this wire coming out to emphasise the moon, but I don't know, it just doesn't quite work, so I have to reconsider that concept. But I tidied it up a bit, it doesn't look as messy. So I just made up some homemade gesso, because it's so bloody expensive to buy. I got this recipe off a friend who shared his secrets, and it's just white paint, normal white house paint, acrylic paint, house paint, or just artist paint, doesn't matter, and just some alabaster plaster. And he uses wood glue, a bit of wood glue, but I've been using heavy structural gel, and I find it works just as fine. It's just a binder, really. So you just put a bit of acrylic paint in and a little bit of alabaster. You sort of just mix it up to like a paste. Oh, what are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't like the face because actually, stupid me, put it on in reverse. But you know what? There's a good reason. I like when mistakes happen, because it gives you, you know, you have to resolve it and take it forward. So you know, it's a good chance to see where I'm going with this particular work. I might ruin it, but you know what? That's the risks we artists take for progress. See, I don't even have to do it all. And then I always just use a heat gun, the best investment you can ever get, just to speed up the process of drying it. And I guess because there's an image transfer there, I guess you have to be careful because it's going to bubble a little bit, but just let it cool down before I hit it again. Actually, you'll probably realise that this gesso isn't going to stick to this surface because the transparency film is like, yeah, obviously the paint's not going to stick to it, but oh well. That's a bit of life, but I don't mind that so much actually. Sort of like the ruined look of it. Actually, I'm probably going to leave it like that because I quite like it how it is. The thing about when you're doing your paintings is you try and let people come up with their own imagination, and you let them fill in some of the imagery. I mean, if you give everything away, then you look at a painting and it just becomes boring. So what I've done with this one is I'm just tracing out the eye shapes, and then I'm going to cut them out, and then I'm going to spray paint the eyes red in the sockets. And you know, I'm going to try and do something slightly different to each of the skulls to sort of create a bit more interest in the composition, rather than have the focus just on that one as I originally intended. So I'm just using an old Mona stencil for that one. Okay, what did I do? Well, I sprayed around the eyes, and this one I actually put eyes in and stuff. I used my Madonna stencil. Most of my stencil images, like my crows and everything, all have the same eyes. They're all Madonna's eyes, like the crow's eyes, all the same. So I thought, why not bring it into the work? And it gives it like a creepy sort of realistic type thing with the eyes in it. And yeah, I just sprayed around there. Originally I actually sprayed inside the eyes with red on this one, but I didn't particularly like it, so I wiped it off quickly before the spray paint dried. But I think it's coming together now.
I need relief from this life. I wanna slip away into the night. Don't wanna see the sun again, but can't get swallowed up by this tragic whirlwind. I wish the ocean was wood.
The only thing I hate about working with stencils is, when you've got so many, it's trying to find the one that you're looking for. Oh, there it is. Oh, sometimes it's dramatic. It's like you can't find it everywhere, anywhere, and it's right in front of your eyes. Oh, so frustrating. So I'm pretty much finished with this work now. I'm really happy with how everything's turned out. There's a lot of different interesting elements to keep your eye occupied. Yet I don't think it's overdone too much. What I'll do now is I'll just put a spray varnish over the top to seal it, and then I'll put the glass on there, and it should look really good. The only thing you really have to watch when you're using spray paints and you're putting behind glass is that spray paint has a tendency to want to stick to the glass. So you need to make sure that you put a good varnish over it and that you seal it well enough so that it doesn't stick to the glass. I'm sure it probably eventually will after years and years, but that's why it's probably best to have a mat and have it raised off the artwork. But I'm not. I'm just going to put the glass on there, and it's probably not going to leave that frame anyway. So that's the work. Pretty cool, huh? Well, I like it anyway, and that's the main thing. Alright guys, later.